Good morning. It is the 23rd of January, and this year, 2025, I set out to do something I've never done before. I wanted to get down to 15% body fat. Last year, I lost 40 pounds once I started to take it seriously and, really use what I've learned over the years. And that was from April to the end of the year. So I lost about 40 pounds. Overall, I'm down almost 80 pounds now. And so far this year, I am down 7 pounds. I'm counting. So with it still being January and being down 7 pounds already, we're looking pretty good. Hopefully we can keep the trend up. Now, one of the biggest things I mentioned here on this channel is making sure that you get in 30 minutes of activity in your day as often as possible. It doesn't matter if it's a walk with some incline, doesn't matter if you go outside and walk, doesn't matter if you go for a jog, doesn't matter if you go hiking, doesn't matter if you play basketball or golf or tennis, whatever. Just for 30 minutes, be physically active. And then, of course, tracking and understanding what you're eating in a calorie deficit. I've explained that on a few of my other videos, but today what I wanted to do was show you guys that I don't always just walk. Prior to this, at the end of last year, I did a 30-day challenge where I was running a mile a day for 30 days just to see how quickly or how fast I could get my mile, if it helped me with weight loss, everything, just out of curiosity and to challenge myself, because I hate running. Running sucks. So it was really good for me. I ended up dropping, I think, 5 minutes off of my mile time. Started at near 15 and got down to 9.5. So about 5 minutes. All said and done. My point here is I'm going to be doing a jog today instead. I'm just feeling it. I want to burn a little extra calories. I'm stagnating a little bit, which means I might have to change my daily calories that I'm taking in. Remember, I told you guys that would be something that you need to watch and adjust as time goes on. A lot of people think they set it and then they're good. I wish it was that easy. It's not too difficult. Just pay attention, But we're going to see what happens over the next few days. And we'll go from there, reevaluate. But yeah, I just wanted to say I'm going to be jogging this time around. A little different from what you guys see normally. So I'm just getting my legs warmed up a tiny bit. And then honestly, it's just going to be a nice light jog. I'm only going to go to a speed of 4, maybe 4.5 tops. That's it. Do that for 30 minutes. And then, that'll be my activity for the day. I'll probably do a little at-home leg workout, which I will show you guys later. But I'm just going to get into it, guys. Work's been pretty busy today. So I'm sneaking away for just a minute to do this, and then right back to it. But this is what the 4 looks like. Nothing too crazy. I'll be able to talk for a tiny bit, but then it'll get me to a higher threshold. It'll definitely be harder for me to talk. Also, I'm probably a little less seasoned now with this, so probably gonna be a lot harder for me. I haven't been on a jog in probably 2 weeks now, so we'll see how it goes. Not feeling too bad though, honestly. Then again, I just started, so of course it's not gonna feel bad yet. The other thing I'm worried about is my heart rate getting too high, so I might actually have to bring it back a little bit, just to not jump into the higher regions of zone 3. I think as long as I'm in zone 3 at the shorter end of it, we'll be fine. But if I end up getting up there, almost pushing zone 4. Gonna start reaching into the carbs too much, and then my hunger will likely spike if I do that for too long. So we'll see. We'll evaluate as we go on. Already in zone 2, and it's only been a minute, 20 seconds. Alright, I'll get back with you guys after this, summarize it, tell you how it went, tell you what we did with the speeds. We'll just go from there. Whew, alright, that workout is complete. I could only get in 25 minutes. I have a meeting I gotta go to right now. So, well, 24 minutes and 223 calories. So that's more than I usually get walking, obviously. And I was surprised at how easy it was, actually. I thought it was gonna be a little tougher. So as you can see, I'm definitely sweating. Hopefully I don't gotta turn my camera on for this one. Otherwise, maybe I should grab a towel real quick. But yeah, great way to get into it. I'll get back with you guys in a little bit. Talk about if you want to get into running, what you should be doing and things like that, because it definitely helps. And I only hit tier, or the zone 3. I only hit it twice. I hit it in the middle, and then my heart rate came back down a little bit, and then at the end. So very happy with that. I think honestly we hit it kind of spot on. Alright, breakfast / lunch is ready to go. I haven't had anything today yet, so pretty hungry. But yeah, that prepped burrito that we made previously, and some eggs and egg whites. 4 ounces of egg whites, 2 eggs, and the burrito. I will throw the macros up here and break it down a few ways, because the burrito, and then the eggs, and then a total. Why not? Why not hit it all? Pumped. Oh, I have some salsa that I want to throw on these. I'm gonna go grab that. I just got this. I have not tried it. I'm excited to try it. On some eggs. We'll see if it works. Stay tuned, I will let you know. Alright, we have the living room cleared out. I got a pretty open space right here, so I'm just going to utilize it for a at-home dumbbell only and body weight leg workout. I want to try and get a whole series going for you guys, or it's just at home with, you know, 1 set of dumbbells or resistance bands, something like that. Just so you guys have the opportunity, if you know, you're stuck at home and you have a few weights on hand already, and you know, don't want to start paying for a gym membership or something like that quite yet, then this is your opportunity for you to get started, and this gives you ideas on what to do. So that is what I want to do with at least a few videos every now and again. Just give you guys different ideas for where to start, how to get started, and keeping it bare bones, simple, so you guys are able to, you know, have a start without a gym. Today I think I'm going to be more focused on glutes and hammies more than anything else, more than the quads. They're still going to get hit, but just not with the same focus as today. So I'm going to keep it to 3 workouts. The first one I'm going to do will be a goblet squat. This will be the most quad focused out of the different movements, and we're going to superset it into a more glute focused one. I'll show you guys, I'll explain it as we're going along. And then second movement is going to be a Bulgarian split squat. One of the hardest moves out there, especially if you're a beginner and you're not used to, you know, really pushing your legs too much. This is one of the tougher moves for sure. So be ready for this one. That always gets me. I have a hard time with this. So, and then finally we will end with a RDL dumbbell variation, which I showed you guys last time, but it'll help really fry out the hammies and the glutes. Before we start the leg workout, let's get a little you know, warmed up, limbered out. This you can honestly keep pretty simple and just work into it with lighter weights until you know, you're a little more comfortable. So obviously you want to get the knees up. This is probably the simplified version. If you can grab your pant leg and pull it up, or grab the knee, pull it in, either way. And then if you're a little more advanced and you can get the movement into it, so high knees. And then same idea, but the butt kicks, just to get your legs up, get the quads a little stretched out, get them in that dynamic movement. Again, if you're a little more advanced, Also will help get your heart pumping at the same time. And then we're going to go into some toe touches. Help stretch out the hammies a little bit. Get them a little warmed up. The straighter you can keep your legs on these, the better. You don't necessarily need a hyperextend or anything. Just bringing caution to it and not going like this and leaning over to touch. Getting them straightened out a little bit and then going down to touch. You can also alternate. Kind of get some of that in there. Just to change which side you're stretching a little extra. Alright, and then just shake it out. Getting a little hops in. If you can't do that, just bouncing on the toes. Back and forth, same time, just straight up and down. Getting all that movement in. Unlocking everything, getting everything a little warmed up. I like to kick out in between. Just something I've always done. Whether that be when I used to play football. Or, even just now before I go on a run or something. Just helps get everything, in my opinion, loosen up a little bit. And then we are going to twist a little bit because our back is going to be incorporated in just stability for these movements. So we want to be a tiny bit limbered up there. It helps that we did the toe touches as well, just to help limber up. And then honestly, we should be pretty good right there. If you want to take it a step farther, you can utilize, if you can't get all the way into this, utilizing something behind you to help support, but getting down into a deep kneeling, or I guess you could just call this a deep squat, deep seated squat. If you can do it without the support, even better. Something I've been working on for a while. And then just, rocking back and forth. If you can push the knees out a little bit at the same time, that'll actually help open up the hips. This helps with the ankles, the knees, and the hip flexors all together in tandem. And this used to be a lot harder for me to get into, but after working at it for a few months, this is something I can sit in. And I think it's greatly beneficial. I think if you get used to that and you start to build up, you'll actually notice a tiny bit of stability gained from that, as well as mobility. And if you're looking to get your squat up or anything like that, that might actually help as a little basis to get things moving for you. I'm not saying it's your ultimate solution or anything, but definitely something that'll help you along the way, especially if you're a beginner and you really haven't gotten that stability in. Being able to take it that low and feel confident in that position and being able to press out forcefully and generate that force, I'm telling you, you're going to start taking off. Okay, I have two 40-pound dumbbells right here. I'm going to actually grab this first, just to get a little warmed up into it. Again, this is just so I don't have to change those. But if you have a lighter dumbbell, or maybe you have a plate or anything like that you can utilize for just something singularly that you're holding in your hands, this is going to be for the goblet squat. So some people bring their elbows in, some people leave them out. I guess it's just up to preference. Some people kind of go like this. This is probably what I'm going to do, especially once we have the actual dumbbell in hand. But all you're going to do is, instead of having your feet fully forward, you're going to point your toes out just a little bit. That 45-degree angle. We're not going to be all the way out here. No, we're not going to be right here, right in between. And then you're just going to take it really nice and low like that. If you cannot get into that position, do not fear. You can always still just go right here. It's about building it up. Build up your ability slowly over time. Okay? Also, another important thing to note. You're not looking to hinge forward a ton on this. You can bring it in while you're going down, but you don't want to go like this. You want to sit back, bring the booty into it, sit into it. This is a little more upright. I know that regardless, you're going to be bent over, but you're not like this. Okay? So sitting back into it, popping back up. Boom. And we're just going to knock out 10 of those. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how many I knocked out at first. I think that's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright. And then, the part that we're going to get into. I'll just use this. It's fine. Immediately. We're going to bring it down here. And instead, we're going to almost touch this to the ground. and then back up. Focusing again on driving the glutes back. This is going to be the one a lot more focused on the glutes and hammies. Side view real quick, touching it down. This one, you're going to be bending over a little more. Don't allow your body to cave in on itself and really round over to do it. Keep it a little straighter. What helps a lot of people is looking forward and making sure you stay looking forward. Oh, okay. That is good and warmed up. Bodyweight Bulgarian split squat. Just get it started. Get my legs a little warmed up prior. One tip I've seen from everybody, whether it's a bench or whatever, you're sitting your other foot up on. Sit on the edge, feet out, and then whatever foot you're going to start with, bring that one forward, almost a full extension right prior to it, and then stand up into that, and that should be your positioning. And it tends to work pretty well. And then again, you're going to focus on staying up a little bit. This is a lot harder of a move, but once you're able to incorporate this, you're going to get extremely strong, extremely fast. This is not used enough by a lot of people. And if you're having trouble balancing, you can always put your leg out a little farther, just so you have your legs on different sides of you to help counterbalance one another. And then now that you have your foot down, just, even it up with the other one. Go from there. I showed this as part of my warm-up in one of the previous videos with lighter weight, just to help get you loosened up. But this is going to be the actual movement. So the point of this one, usually this is done with a barbell, but dumbbells do just fine. You want to focus on keeping them in contact, or at least close to contact, with your quads and then your shins the entire way down. Concentrating on that alone will help you to make sure that you're getting your glutes back so you hold them against. So if you want to practice, or if you don't have weights and you want to do all this body weight, perfectly fine. You can practice just keeping your fingertips like that, and then just bringing them all the way down, all the way back up. You're going to curl over a little bit on this, again, watching the back and making sure you're not folding over yourself necessarily. But this one, you're going to be a lot more horizontal. I'll give myself enough room to show you guys this. Apologies. So yeah, see butt back immediately as opposed to squatting down. Yeah, so butt back. Focus on keeping contact. Alright, hopefully that helps make a little more sense out of it. Alright, here we go. Oh, I do feet shoulder width apart. Sometimes a little closer. I think that's a good rule of thumb. So with all these being so direct and not being able to counterbalance much off of this, you have two options here. You can try and hit all three of those moves back to back to back, and then take a rest at the very end of each round of those 3 sets. or you can sit down, relax, get your energy back up, and then hit it strong again for each and every single move. Completely up to you. The first one's going to burn more calories and keep your heart pumping for the whole time. But if you're looking to maximize, hypertrophy or strength, I think you should go with taking a little sit down in between each one and getting it back together. So I'll be honest, I lost a little mass off my legs recently. So I think I'm gonna be taking the sear in between. Maybe I'll walk around the house in between to at least keep my heart rate up a little bit. But definitely want to focus on getting the strength and stability and everything down for this one and being less burned out. So that's how I'm gonna do it. You do it for whatever your goals are. And yeah, those are the 3 moves. I'll splice up a few more little shots of me doing these. Try and do a few more from the side so you guys can get different angles. But yeah, I'm just gonna do little bits and pieces for you. Nothing too crazy. And again, if you guys would rather see me do the whole thing, let me know. Just say the word in the comments. I need to know what you guys like so I can do more of it. But for right now, I'm just gonna go with bits and pieces. Yeah. Then we'll talk about how many calories I've burned over the course of this. We're 15 minutes in. I know some of that was talking, but 15 minutes in, 83 calories. So we're already doing great. All right. I am rested. Let's shoot some more of these and get to it. I'll be walking in between. Oh, Jesus. Then I'm going to switch to holding it by the handle kind of in both hands and then take a wider stance. And that'll be when we do this drop. All right. 2 quick things. 1, both of these movements, you're going to put your feet a little wider than, shoulder width for the goblet, just the tiniest bit more. And then for those ones in between, those glute focused goblets, those you want a lot wider. If you guys can tell, definitely outside of my shoulders. Okay, that one also, if you want to get really crazy with it, at the end you could do like a pump and just go like, oh, even without weight. Killer. Okay, lap around the house, catch my breath, on to the next. Ooh, I'm gonna have to bail early on these. Oh. All right, setting those down for a second. Alright, end of round 2. 30 minutes on the dot. 174 calories. Already closing in on 200. It's perfect. Leg work is hard work. It burns those calories more than anything else. Besides straight up cardio. But oh my gosh. I don't know what it is about that one. I always really feel that one. That one hits really well for me. Especially supersetting like that, because both of those hit for me. You could also mix that one with the RDLs that we're doing in the third movement with the glute focused goblets. I don't know if that's what they're actually called. I think they're called like landmine squats. They're like sumo. I don't know. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna do single arm of these. I went too heavy on these. Not quite there yet, but we will get there. I'm looking to get these locked in and strong. Alright, we're gonna counterbalance. See how this leg, this arm should help us balance a tiny bit more. Oh, yeah, this is hard enough already. Hammies are definitely feeling it. Oh, because leaning over is hard. Oh. So today was a pretty solid day overall, I gotta say, guys. Got a lot of good work in. We got that morning jog in. We did some good normal daily work. And then we hit leg day, and leg day was actually pretty successful. Ended up being 265 calories burned. So I can't be mad at that. Anytime we're at 300 plus calories for a gym workout, a hypertrophy workout, I mean, that's what you're really looking for, you know. I can't ask for much more than that. And so we were knocking on the door of 1,000 calories. Pretty excited about that. I told you guys before that that's one of the goals that I want to hit on essentially a daily basis if I can. So that's huge. Pretty happy with everything. One thing that was really glaring that I noticed when I was watching this back and editing this video for today is my form on Bulgarian split squats is definitely lacking. You can tell that, I mentioned this, but you can tell I use too much weight because I'm definitely too shifty and I'm not really getting into the movement. I'm keeping it shallow because subconsciously worried about getting out of the bottom position, the box, sometimes they call it. So that's definitely something I want to work on. Honestly, my legs are one of my biggest weaknesses in my opinion. Not from like a leg press, leg extension, but once we get into those bigger compound movements, squats, lunges, things like that, especially single leg things, I feel like that's one of my biggest weaknesses. So that's something I want to work on. I don't want to edit it out of the video because I want you guys to, you know, see that it's real. You know, everybody has weaknesses, and that's one of mine. And I also want to see the progress I make. So, you know, when I do this workout again or something similar to it, a few weeks, maybe months down the road, just how much more locked in I am and how much more weight I can do, and, you know, genuine progress I'm making towards all of my goals. So definitely something I noticed, and I'm guessing you guys noticed too. So I just wanted to point it out and say, like, yes, I see that is my weakness, and it's something I got to work on. So other than that, great day. Day 23 in the books. Excited to keep going. Weight is looking like we're downtrending again, so we're looking good. Excited to do a weigh-in at the end of the month, and we'll see what kind of progress we're really making. I'm excited, guys. Let's keep this up. I'll catch you guys in the next one.